Look at those ones.
Are they red?
Not fully.
Almost. They're turning red. Looking pretty good.
Like halfway red.
Yeah, halfway. Halfway there. Yeah, look at the tomato plants. The rain we had really helped them grow. Yeah.
There's been a spider on that.
Spider web. Especially this one. This one grew. Looking good.
You should not be like that.
Yeah, well, it used to be just a little baby. Now it's growing into a big adult plant. Tomato plant, that is. So that rain we had a couple days ago, I think it was a couple days ago, really helped the plants. What?
Look.
Oh, yeah, pop it off. You can take it off.
Why?
The marigold.
Why can't I take it off?
You can take it off because a new one will grow.
Oh.
And there's already a new one growing. You can pop it off. Look at that. This one has a bunch.
Right there.
This one has a bunch of new ones.
Right
yeah,
there.
yeah, right there. Inside.
Alright, I can pop it. Oh.
Okay, have a good day. Smells pretty. Kids are off to school. You know what that means. It's a coffee time. Fill it to the top. And let's go. Well, good morning. If you're having a cup of coffee or tea, cheers. Clink. Here's to a wonderful day. That's one good tasting coffee. And here's the marigold. She's falling apart. She hasn't had her coffee yet. No. But she smells divine. She really does. Yeah, so that rain really helped all the plants and flowers. But unfortunately, it also helped the weeds. Yeah. Yeah, the front just looks like we're back to square one. And I hate weeds. Like, oh. I wouldn't mind gardening if I didn't have to deal with the weeds. Yeah. So, I don't know when I'll get to those. Not right now, I'll tell you that, because Aunt Flo came to visit, and let me tell you, I don't feel like doing dilly squat, so, oh yeah, and I knew she was coming because the night before, I got really moody, and it's like, you know, hormone balance, and it's like, oh yeah, because you know, like, I'm not usually moody, okay, usually if I'm moody, / cranky, it is like in the morning, you know, before I've had coffee, didn't get a good night's sleep, or it's been a long day and it's nighttime, okay, I'll get cranky, okay, because I'm tired, right? But yeah, I was just moody for like no reason, and I was like, yeah, that's why, and then she arrives the next day, and it's like, well, it all makes sense now, yeah, so, yeah, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, yeah. So then, like this morning, I had the boys' lunch ready, and I had to top up Henry's water because he took a few sips, and I almost put creamer in his coffee. I'm like, what? Wait, nope, that's not the water. I wasn't awake because I was looking at my coffee because the coffee just finished brewing, and I was looking at my coffee, and that's why it's like, oh, you know, I grabbed the creamer, and I realized that because creamer and water isn't a really good mixture, so, I mean, I would have dumped it out and not, but, you know, it's like, yeah, close call. Then I grabbed the water bottle and, yeah, poured it in. Like, oh, yeah, yummy. I had coffee on the brain, yeah, I needed it. Yeah, and I heard that the Hallmark star, Williams Tret, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right because his name is spelled like treat, T-R-E-A-T, so I'm guessing it's like pronounced Tret. Williams, he was a Hallmark star. He passed away. He was only 71, and he was on his motorcycle, and he got cut off by another car, and he crashed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that was so devastating and sad, and could have been prevented, you know, like, if everybody's careful on the road when there's motorcycles, and, like, be aware of your surroundings, like, oh, and he was such a wonderful, talented actor, and you always heard good stories about him, how he was just so kind and nice, and I remember him from, this is going back 2002 probably, early 2000s, Everwood. Anybody remember that drama series, Everwood? My mom and I used to watch that every week. Yeah, that's where I remember first seeing him, and then and also he played Chicago Fire. He played Kelly's dad. You know, he got to start a few episodes on that, and yeah, really good, talented actor. Just lost one way too soon. You know, and it's something that could have been prevented, you know, so yeah, it's just unfortunate. So, but that's about it. Nothing new going on around here, same old, same old. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I was just like shocked, because I was like, oh my gosh, he's such a great actor, and he will be missed. He will be missed. He will. Yeah, still reading Agatha Christie. How many were there? I think 2. Maybe not, I think 3 that I didn't really care for. But 3 that I really, really liked, and I felt like that I was reading like Agatha Christie words, even though I wasn't. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, when you get multiple people writing underneath her name and about her characters, it's obviously not going to be the same, because obviously it's not Agatha Christie herself. She passed away, unfortunately, I think in the 70s. And so that's that, but that does make a difference. That makes it different, and not the same. But some are really good, and it makes you feel like you are reading her words, like she wrote them. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and that to me is like, okay, yeah, that's a good writer. Yeah, and the other ones, there were some where they were meh, okay, not the best, and 3 that just weren't really good. No. Not up to par. No. Yes, you kind of hold them at a certain, you hold them up high. Like your expectations are high, right? So, yeah, and just my expectations were not met with a few. So, yeah, but it's still like a good book and worth the read. It's just they're just like, yeah, a few that just weren't as good, but there were a few that were really, really good. So, yeah. So I think I have like 5 more stories to read. So I'm almost done. And I got this like a week ago. I think I picked it up like a week ago around that. So, yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Oh, it's good coffee. Yeah, and Henry didn't go on his field trip because he was sick, and he wasn't upset about it at all. I was more upset than he was. You say hello? Say hello. Yeah, because he hasn't been on a field trip since before the pandemic, okay? And this was the first one, and I was like excited for him, and I lost money, but whatever, that happens. That's what can you do, right? It's not in your control when your kid gets sick, unfortunately. I wish it was. And he did. Like, he was sick. He was lying on the couch. He had a runny nose, and he was, snuffle, all stuffed up. And Casey had it on the weekend. The hubby had it. I did not get it. So, somehow I'm immune to that. So I didn't get it. So, and there was the weather, because the weather was hot and then it cooled down, and when that happens, it's like your body is confused and doesn't know what the heck season we're in. I still don't know what season we're in. Like, it is a little bit cool in the morning. It does warm up in the afternoon a little bit, but it's still cooler mornings. We had our heat on another day. It was that cold, and it's in June. I had the heat on the car too. It's like, it's like, this is June. I never had the heat on, like, in the house or in the car in June. Like, what's going on, Mother Nature? Like, oh, I don't know. So I was more upset about it than he was. He didn't really care. He didn't. And I was upset because it's like, okay, it's your first field trip since before the pandemic, and you are going to be with your classmates, your friends. You're going to make those memories, right? You're going to remember these field trips. I still remember the field trip when we went to Detroit Zoo. I'm not sure what grade it was. I think it was like grade 6. And I remember that field trip and having so much fun. But that was like back in the day when it was easy to cross the border. You didn't have to have your passport. It was just your birth certificate. That was it. It was easy peasy. And I still remember that field trip and having fun. And yeah, I have pictures from that field trip. that magically that magically, I think, oh no, I think I only have some, because I remember one, I don't know if it was this field trip, but there was one field trip, and this is what we struggled with taking pictures back in the day, when you had a film in a camera, and at the back of your camera opened, and the film got exposed. Oh boy. Whoa, whoa, yeah, melt down, okay, like, and there was nothing you could do about it. Your film was ruined. Whatever pictures you took, you were lucky to get one or two. I remember that happening. I'm not sure if I was on that field trip or another field trip. It might have been on that field trip, and I might have only gotten a few pictures, but I know I do have some pictures, because they had like a dinosaur exhibit, and I got pictures of dinosaurs, not real dinosaurs. But yeah, and I remember that on a field trip and just being like devastated, you know, and like, yeah, the struggle was real. Kids today don't know, but the struggle was real when you had film in your camera, and if it popped open, if you dropped your camera on the floor by accident and the back popped open, you're screwed. You know, like, you're trying to capture the moment, the Kodak moment, and nope, can't. And then, like, when you take the roll in, it would take a full week, not an hour, not yet, that didn't come along till later on. We had to wait 1 week, 7 days to get the pictures back. Yeah, so you were waiting. If that happened to you and you were like, you know, taking pictures and the back the back open and your film got exposed and you sent it in, you had to wait a whole week to see if your pictures turned out or not, or if they were blurry or, you know, half blurry, you know, like, yeah, it was torture. It was torture. I really don't know how we survived. I really don't. And nowadays everybody has a phone. All the pictures are on your phone. You know. Yeah, I remember that. But I remember going to Detroit Zoo and just having so much fun. And I mean, we went somewhere else too. Huckleberry Railroad. Yeah, it was an old-fashioned town. That was a fun field trip too. And I remember because everybody would go to the ice cream parlor, because the ice cream parlor was the only air-conditioned building. We were so hot, yeah. Oh yeah, the memories. That's what I loved field trips, and I was more devastated for him because it's like he didn't get to make the memories, but he did not care. So I'm like, okay, but us moms do. So next year, I guess. Yeah, we can't help it when he gets sick, and he was lying on the couch most of the day, you know. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna drink my coffee and yeah, watch some Hudson and Rex. I'm on season 4, and I have to finish the episode of Cold Case because I didn't get to finish it yesterday because Henry came upstairs and I had to turn it off. And came upstairs and he wanted to watch YouTube up there, so I know. Like, what TV? I'm not gonna get a TV. You know, I'm not, because usually if they're down here, they're preoccupied. I can sneak upstairs, you know, and like just have some me time, and you know, okay, I need to put the do not disturb sign up, but they always find you. And I was watching Cold Case, and that's not like a show that obviously they should watch, so it's like, turn it off. So I gotta finish that episode. It was a really good one too, but a serial killer, so I finished that, and then I'll watch Hudson Rex. Yeah, I'm trying to get in as much TV time as I can, because he seems to, like, this week he seems to come upstairs to watch YouTube with me, which is fine, but like, let me get in a couple of my shows and I'll throughout the day and I'll be good. Yeah, because they're going to be done school soon. Let's see, what's the date today? Yeah, in a couple of weeks. Yeah, around 2 weeks. So time flies. Yeah, no, I don't know when the school year went. I don't. Every year goes by faster than the previous one, and it's like poof. You know, like, slow down. I'm gonna drink this and yeah, I'll check back in. Alright, so the boys are gonna be home pretty soon. I just grabbed some water. I just did some potatoes in the oven, kind of a late lunch, early dinner. Yeah. I did not do much today, just took it easy for obvious reasons. Yeah. Oh, Well, I tell you, yeah, Flo, she's a pain in the you-know-what. And she is a you-know-what, man. Yeah, so I watched, let me see, Hudson and Rex, and finished my episode of Cold Case and watched another episode. And Hudson and Rex, okay, Hudson and Rex is a Canadian TV show, and it's filmed in St. John's, Newfoundland. And it's so funny because I was watching one episode and I got confused to which TV show I was watching because the inspector from Murdoch Mysteries was guest starring in this episode, and I didn't even see his face. I just heard his voice and I knew right away who he was, and I'm like, you're on the wrong TV show. Oh, and I love that how like all the actors just like guest star on these on the Canadian shows, and it's just, oh, it's so funny. It's fun to watch. It's so different seeing him in a different role, you know, and not in like a time period role. Oh, it's just, yeah, it's good. So I'm going to eat this. The boys will be home shortly. I'm going to read more. I haven't read yet today, but I'm going to do that. And yeah, that's about it. So make sure your notifications are on for my videos because, like I said in my last video, there are going to be days where I kind of take off if I feel like there's not a lot to film. I'm not going to film, or, you know, it takes a lot out of you filming every day, and it's nice to have a couple days off. And I'm not sure like when those days are going to be because I don't really stick to a schedule. It just depends, you know. So yeah, make sure your notifications are on. But that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, be blessed, and as always, talk to you for now. Bye.